Have you ever wondered how the journey of car innovation began? Dive with me into the late 1800s, a period witnessing the dawn of automobiles. It was a time of industrial revolution, a time of change, and a time of invention. Among the numerous inventors who left their mark on history, one stands out in the realm of automobiles: Carl Benz. This German engineer, the man behind the famous brand Mercedes-Benz, is credited for creating the first practical automobile. His invention, the Motorwagen, was a three-wheeled vehicle with a rear-mounted engine, a marvel of its time. It was not just a vehicle, it was a testament to human ingenuity and the spirit of innovation. But the Motorwagen was not an immediate success. In fact, it was met with skepticism and seen as nothing more than a novelty. After all, it was a time when horses were the primary means of transportation. The idea of a horseless carriage was indeed a radical concept, and it took some time before people began to grasp its potential. Early automobiles were far from accessible to the common man. They were luxury items, handcrafted and expensive, available only to the affluent. They were not just modes of transportation but also status symbols, reflecting the wealth and prestige of their owners. However, as with all great inventions, change was on the horizon. The dawn of the 20th century brought with it the advent of mass production. The assembly line, an innovative concept introduced by Henry Ford, revolutionized the automobile industry. Cars were no longer just for the wealthy, they became accessible to the middle class. Automobiles started becoming a common sight, marking a significant shift in society and lifestyle. This was just the beginning, as the real journey of innovation was yet to start. But when did cars become a common sight on the roads, asks the curious mind. To answer this, we must step back in time to the early 20th century. Enter one remarkable man, Henry Ford, a visionary who played a major role in bringing cars to the masses. Ford's name is synonymous with the Model T, an automobile that changed the landscape of transportation. Introduced in 1908, the Model T was not the first car invented, but it was the one that revolutionized the way cars were produced. You see, prior to the Model T, automobiles were handcrafted, time-consuming to make, and hence exorbitantly priced. They were luxury items available only to the affluent. However, Ford had a different vision. He saw a future where every American could afford a car. To turn this vision into reality, he came up with a groundbreaking concept: the assembly line. The assembly line was a production method where instead of a single worker building a car from start to finish, each worker focused on a specific task. As the car moved along the line, each worker added his or her piece, like a well-oiled machine. This method significantly reduced the time taken to build a car, from 12.5 hours to about 90 minutes. Yes, you heard it right, 90 minutes. This efficiency in production not only allowed Ford to make more cars in less time, but also dramatically reduced costs. The savings were then passed on to the consumers, making the Model T more affordable. Consequently, sales soared, and by 1927, 15 million Model Ts had been sold, making it the best-selling vehicle of its time. This was the era of mass production, a time when automobiles became accessible to the average person. The ripple effects of this revolution were far-reaching, influencing industries beyond automobile manufacturing. In conclusion, it was Henry Ford and his Model T that transformed the car from a luxury item to a common sight on our roads. The automobile was no longer a luxury item but a necessity. But what about the need for speed and luxury? As we moved into the mid-20th century, the automobile industry experienced a significant shift. No longer was the primary focus simply on getting from point A to point B. The era of performance and luxury had arrived. This period was marked by a great deal of innovation and competition. The race was on to build cars that not only performed well but also offered a level of comfort and luxury previously unseen. Brands like Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Rolls-Royce emerged as leaders in this new frontier. Take Ferrari, for instance. Founded in the early 40s by Enzo Ferrari, this brand epitomized the blend of speed and luxury. Their cars were not just fast, they were also elegantly designed, offering an experience that was about much more than just transportation. Then, there was Lamborghini. Established in the 60s by Ferruccio Lamborghini, this brand was born out of a desire to create a perfect car, a car that combined the power of a racing model with the comfort of a road car. The result? Some of the most iconic and desirable cars ever made. And let's not forget Rolls-Royce. Dating back to the early 20th century, Rolls-Royce had always been synonymous with luxury. However, in this new era, they took it to a whole new level. Their cars became renowned for their attention to detail, the quality of their materials, and their unparalleled comfort. In this era, the importance of design, power, and comfort became paramount. Cars were no longer just functional machines, they were works of art, expressions of personal style and status. They became symbols of achievement, success, and aspiration. The rise of performance and luxury cars changed the way we view automobiles. It transformed them from mere vehicles into something more, something that could make a statement about who we are and what we value. Cars were now more than just a mode of transport, they were a status symbol. But what about the role of technology in car innovation? Well, let's delve into this fascinating era, where technology and sustainability have become the driving forces behind automobile innovation. The advent of the 21st century saw the birth of electric vehicles, a radical departure from the traditional combustion engine. These cars, powered by electricity stored in rechargeable batteries, not only made a bold statement about reducing carbon emissions, but also introduced a new level of efficiency and performance. Companies like Tesla have been at the forefront of this electric revolution, creating vehicles that are not just environmentally friendly, but also packed with cutting-edge technology. Tesla's cars are renowned for their impressive acceleration, long-range capabilities, and their iconic autopilot feature. This feature, a step towards self-driving cars, allows the vehicle to steer, accelerate, and brake automatically for other vehicles and pedestrians within its lane. But it's not just Tesla that's pushing the boundaries. Other major players in the automobile industry have also stepped up, recognizing the importance of sustainability and technology in car innovation. They've begun to shift their focus towards creating more efficient, smart, and eco-friendly vehicles, making significant strides in hybrid technology, hydrogen fuel cells, and even solar power. The rise of self-driving cars is another testament to the role of technology in car innovation. Using complex algorithms, sensors, and cameras, these cars aim to reduce human error, potentially making our roads safer. They also promise to revolutionize the way we travel, offering increased mobility for those who are unable to drive and making our journeys more productive and comfortable. However, the journey doesn't stop here. The quest for sustainability has led to innovations beyond just the vehicles themselves. We're seeing the development of greener manufacturing processes, the use of recycled materials in car production, and efforts to improve battery technology and charging infrastructure. So to sum up, technology and sustainability have taken the driver's seat in car innovation. They've transformed cars from being mere vehicles to being sophisticated pieces of technology that are efficient, safe, and kinder to our planet. Cars have evolved from a simple mode of transport to a complex piece of technology. What does the future hold for cars? As we peer into the crystal ball of automotive innovation, we see visions of flying cars zipping through the sky, fully autonomous vehicles navigating our roads, and more. These aren't mere figments of a science fiction writer's imagination. They are very much a part of the future we're racing towards. Imagine, if you will, a world where cars take flight. Not just in the metaphorical sense, but literally soaring through the skies. We're talking about flying cars here, folks. It's a concept that's been teased for decades, and while we're not quite there yet, significant strides are being made in this direction. Flying cars could potentially revolutionize our transportation systems, reducing traffic congestion and dramatically shortening travel times. Now let's bring our gaze back to the ground and talk about fully autonomous vehicles. Picture this. You hop into your car, tell it your destination, and it whisks you away while you sit back and enjoy the ride. No hands on the steering wheel, no eyes on the road, just complete trust in the technology that's driving you. This isn't as far-fetched as it might sound. With advancements in AI and machine learning, fully autonomous cars are becoming an increasingly plausible reality. But it's not just about what cars can do, it's also about how they're made. The manufacturing processes of the future could be just as revolutionary as the vehicles themselves. With the advent of 3D printing and other cutting-edge technologies, we could see a shift towards more efficient, sustainable, and customizable production methods. So, what does this all mean? Well, the landscape of the automotive world is ever-changing, and the pace of change is only set to accelerate. As we hurtle towards this exciting future, one thing remains clear. The journey of car innovation is far from over. With every passing day, we're inching closer to a world where cars are not just means of transportation, but technological marvels that embody the spirit of human ingenuity. While we can't predict the future, one thing is certain: the journey of car innovation is far from over.